Hi, we're the Wilson family. You're missionaries serving in Guadalajara, Mexico. In 2005, we started the Mount Calvary Baptist Church on the east side of Guadalajara. We started out in a rented facility where we saw many saved and baptized and were able to establish a core group of people. In 2010, the Lord led us to buy a building just 2 blocks away from our rented facility. It was then just a shell with only a partial tin roof that did not even cover the whole property. The walls were bare bricks. It did not look like much. However, we did not see this building for what it was, but for what it could be. We replaced the tin roof with a concrete roof that covered the whole property. We also plastered the ceiling and the walls. We added pillars and arches to make it more appealing, and we also put in a new baptistry with changing rooms on each side. We then installed ceiling fans and painted, and this is how our building looks now. To God be the glory for the great things He hath done. We have labored much to make our church as warm and inviting as possible. Psalm 96:6 says, "Honor and majesty are before Him, strength and beauty are in His sanctuary." In 2019, we built our children's auditorium on the roof of our church, expanding our facilities 30%. Jesus said, "And whoso shall receive one such little child in my name receiveth me." Many children have grown up in our ministry and are now helping our church as adults and teenagers. Another exciting ministry is our rehab ministry. Each week, our men accompany me to different rehabilitation centers to preach to men who are struggling with addictions such as drugs and alcohol. Our goal is to help them become prosperous Christians, future church members, and maybe even one day work in the ministry. Speaking here is Juan Garcia, one of our church members, giving his testimony about his past life of drug addiction, jail time, and drunkenness, and how Jesus delivered him. We also enroll these men in our discipleship program. The men in the facility help us fill up a tank so that we can baptize them right there in the rehab. Here you can see this long line of men awaiting baptism. I have had the privilege of baptizing as many as 53 men in just one service in a rehab. In one of the rehabs where we minister, the interns are all children and teenagers who battle with addictions. We have led all of these young men to Christ, and most of them have followed the Lord in believers' baptism. Here you can see them with their baptistry robes on, awaiting baptism. These young men are also enrolled in our discipleship program. We hold many open-air services in Guadalajara. We preach in lots, plazas, parks, and soccer fields. In our largest meeting pictured here, there were more than 400 people present. Luke 14:23, "And the Lord said unto his servant, Go out into the highways and hedges, and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled." One of the ministries closest to my heart are the church routes. I am a bus kid and was reached through the bus ministry when I was 5 years old. One of our greatest needs is church vehicles, since we are consistently branching out into new areas, and many times we double run our vehicles. We also get many new prospects from our open-air meetings. We pray for more laborers, as the harvest truly is plenteous, but the laborers are few. I would like to present some of the fruit of our ministry. These young people are the result of much hard work. We are preparing them for full-time Christian service by working in our ministries. I led Arturo Zavaletti's family to Christ in their living room. His family rapidly grew in grace. They all became Sunday school teachers in our church. Brother Arturo graduated from a local Bible college. He has now started another church on the other side of our city. I met Jonathan Avalos and kept inviting him to our church for several months. He finally came, and not long after that, God called him to preach. He is currently in Bible college preparing to be a church planter. Misael Mesa was our church song leader and an adult Sunday school teacher. He has now taken a pastorate in Tuxpan, Veracruz, Mexico. His new pastorate is thriving. Terry Torres, pictured here in blue, began attending our church as a teenager. She went to Bible college where she met Alfredo, pictured on the right, and they graduated. They are now serving as missionaries in Thailand. We recently started a new church here in our city. One of our church families donated a building to us half an hour away from our current facility. We held our grand opening service on January the 6th, 2019. To the glory of God, 60 brand new people came from the area to attend our first service. I am now pastoring two churches, Mount Calvary Baptist Church and Mount Zion Baptist Church. We are holding services at our new church at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, so as not to interfere with the morning or evening services of our other church. This new church is only 2 blocks from a major thoroughfare that runs through our city, putting many new neighborhoods within our reach, and we must reach them while we can.
Eternity in the soul of sin-sick man.
Somber thoughts of destiny rule these hearts that could be free. We must reach them while we can. We must hail the lights of Calvary. Jesus' blood has paid sin's penalty.
Midst the city's busy day, or in rustic seats of play, see the heart of lonely man.
Haunting doubts of mystic ray make them stumble on their way. We must reach them while we can. We must hail the lights of Calvary. Jesus' blood has paid sin's penalty. Tell the grace that Christ brought down.